Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again. And today I have for you the first installment of January locks. And we're going to start it off with this beautiful hunk of brass right here. And this is a beautiful Tessa padlock I received a little while back from J.L. Hoffey. Thank you, Joshua. And it has the removable core that's fitted for a Euro cylinder, a little half 30 millimeter Euro. And this is the one that was in it, the Tessa, and it's a beautiful little Euro. Works golden with some monster nasty bitting on it. And I wanted to see if I could take this one out because I wanted to try and pick it out of the padlock to boot. But not only that, I wanted to, once I gutted it, I wanted to see if I could make it work a little bit more smooth. Right now it wants the key to not quite be all the way in. If you push it all the way in, it really doesn't want to work right. So it hangs up. Needs a little touch up. But while I was doing that, I figured I had this Fab Euro that has a nasty little keyway. Great bitting as well. And I filed it down and everything, and the only problem is it's slightly shorter. And we knew this one was a flush lock, right? Flush. So this one's going to be recessed just a tiny bit, see? But that's almost a good thing, see? I mean, makes picking much, much harder. Now, you have to use the longer inset, because if you don't, the short one ain't going to cut it. It adds extra things, but the key still works because it's a very long key. So if it wasn't a very long key, that stopper on the key itself would, the bow wouldn't allow it to go down in there all the way if it was a regular key. Anyhow, this one will work the lock, as obviously see. I'm going to tap it out and fit it for it while I work on that one so that it's not naked. I don't want to leave it naked. But that's the first of January locks. Next, I have this really, really cool MZ lock. It's a multi-lock knockoff. It is a 5-pin, pin-in-pin. I picked on it a little bit, and it puts up quite a fight. I give it some credit. It has the same keyway, multi-lock classic. It's got a high-low right through it. It's really a nasty little bitting. You can see the high-low there. And the biggest thing I've noticed in difference with dimple locks and pin tumblers is the minute differences in touch and feel and movement. When you go to move that pin in a pin tumbler, you see him move that pick. I mean, it kind of gets kind of crazy there. You get in there and you start, that pick's moving quite a lot. But when they're in there with a dimple lock and a dimple like so, you're in here like this and you're just barely grabbing that top pin. See if we can get into it here. Show you. You can see that top pin down inside there. But you want to just barely get underneath it there, so that you can separate the outer and the inner pin. See how it stops? I'm on the inner pin. The outer pin's lifted because of that tiny little movement right there. So the, the tolerances in it are much more precise. And that's with all dimples, and that's the major feel difference of a dimple. Really, really cool. Darn, I'm gonna lose my camera here. Alright, nonetheless, that's lock number 2. Is an MK multi-lock pin and pin knockoff. And this little cam lock here came in today. It's really cool. It looks like a standard little wafer. Even kind of up close it does. I mean, the standard wafer lock looks pretty much just like this. But if I throw up this key, it doesn't look like anything special except for the front. Do not duplicate. And then the name. This is an ABA cam lock, high security push turn cam lock. With a really cool looking push turn key with cutout for ball bearing. But it goes in smooth as day, and then you push it in. It's under spring pressure. Push it in, sorry, and then turn, and it's smooth as can be. Turns the half turn, push it back, key pops back out. Now I have another one here, and this one here, as you can tell, has a lot more done to it. Is to show you what these locks can be put to. And of course this one doesn't work, this lock. I just happen to have the key. These things are quite hard to come by, and once you do come by them, they want you to sign away your left arm and your right toe. Nonetheless, this is an ABA pagoda, or pagoda. Here's the name on this key, actually. Pagoda. This is a Pagoda 2 key, and this is a Pagoda key. Yeah. It's a 1 key. ABA 1. Yeah. Hence the 1. But, very cool little cam lock. And that in there with January locks there. So, we're growing. We're growing. I do a lot of work with sergeants, and I do mean a lot, and I mean with the high security Kisos all the way down to the standard little mortise cylinders like these. I have the Asa Abloys and all of them. And if you look on eBay and whatnot, you can't find a sergeant pinning kit. But I found one. I found this one, and this is a Sergeant rekeying kit 430, and it's a full kit. It has everything, all the springs, tail pieces, cams, clips, top pins, bottom pins, you name it. My only problem, and it's a saddening problem, is they didn't pack it well enough down, and they should have taped the top down tight, and they didn't. So as you can see, it's all bundled up right over here and all back here. These were all full. This was a new kit, brand new. So I paid good money, high dollar money for a brand new, old stock Sergeant pinning kit. And I got, nonetheless, a little box of pins all mixed up. In other words, I've got hours of fun picking here, alright. Just not the kind of picking I really wanted to do. I want to pick pins, but not separate pins. But, I don't know, I might see if my kids want some extra allowance money and see if I can get them to separate them. Alright, So we're gonna stop it off there for November. November. Jeez, I'm jumping back in time. For January locks, y'all please stay safe and always stay legit. If you like this and what I do here, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, until we meet again, peace.